back. Today we're doing something different. We're not building planes, we're not building trains, and we're not building a boat. What are we doing, Random?
We're doing Mythbusters.
Mythbusters! That's where we take different ideas, I guess, from the community, and Random thought up some, and we're going to be testing them in the Stormworks engine here, I guess. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right. We're
All
gonna
right.
test some things like fluidity things and gravity things, some engine things, like, you know.
Yeah, so how many do we have here today?
We have 4 myths.
4 myths. Okay, let me grab you because you're not actually in the game. We had to cheat a little bit, so I'm going to make you follow me. And we're going
Yeah,
to come over
because
here.
my laptop is so powerful, his PC couldn't handle it.
And we're in 2 different countries and the lag is real. So where do we want to
Yep.
start? There's so many things to do here. Where are we going to start?
We're gonna start with the engines here in the front. You're looking. These are the exhaust tests.
All right, let me go into first person here so we can get a close-up look. So we have an engine here. We got some controls. And what is going on here? Something's weird. What is this?
It's pretty simple. It's just an engine with a little prop on top. You can hurt yourself on it. Be careful.
Okay.
And yeah, I just wired up the exhaust to the air, and that's it. And we'll see if it works.
Okay, so the exhaust is coming out of the engine and it's going into the air input. Huh! What do you think's going to happen?
Well, I guess the game is stabilized enough to just let the engine fail.
So you think the engine's going to start?
It's gonna start, but probably not even work after that.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and do a cool Mythbuster sign right here. So I don't have the graphic, but it's going to go Mythbuster 1!
La 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 la.
Da-da. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put the throttle on about 15, 16, 20. That always works for me. And I'm going to push the button. Or do you want to push the button? Oh, you're not really here. You can't push the button. Sorry. Never
I'd
mind.
like to push the button.
Okay, I'm going to do it for you. So Random, here it goes. 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, just look at the engine stats.
Oh, onto the engine itself. Okay, so we don't have air.
So yeah, as we can see, using exhaust as an air intake is half busted yet. We still have another go.
Okay, we have one more thing to try. Okay, so are you with me still? Yeah, okay, you're with me.
Yeah, I'm.
All right, come on
you
over
know,
here.
I'm following.
Wait, what are you doing? Don't.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, here. Let me bring you over here
yeah,
with me.
yeah, do it like that.
All right, there you go. You're with me. All right, so tell me about this engine. Oh, look, you have something over here. What is this?
This is like a little showcase of the little tube that is onto the engine put there. It's like completely enclosed, so there's nothing like this opening here. It's just to showcase. Yeah, just shows it.
Okay, so we're seeing the inside of this area right here. Okay, so what we have is we have a fluid, what do you call it, intake, outtake, whatever they call them. So it goes in and out here and in and out here. So there's a space of air that is inside this demo right here. So, okay, so let's do one more time. Let's do our super duper sign here. The Mythbuster sign, will it work? Okay. All right, so this is set up the same way. I have an engine, I have some stats here, and the engine stats right here look pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and push the button. Wait, no, we're not. We're going to put the throttle on. Push the button, and what's going to happen, Random? What do you think?
I'm actually not so sure. I didn't test that one out. So I guess the same thing will happen.
Yeah, so just to say it again, so we've hooked the exhaust to a... Wait, is this an exhaust? To the space of air, right?
Yes.
And so the fluid filter is going to be going in there and pushing out exhaust into a little tiny space of a room. And then it's going to come back in through the intake, or the air take. Yeah, the intake for the air. And
Yes.
And this should work. Maybe this will work. I don't know. Let's try it.
I'm curious.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that.
Okay. It done has air. Okay. Yeah, I expected that, but I actually didn't test one out. So
It didn't
interesting.
work. So there you go. So we found out 2 different ways that you cannot make an engine start using the exhaust as air intake. Doesn't work. Using a small space where there should be some air to expel the exhaust and then bring the air back in. Did not work. So that myth is that a bust?
Yeah, that's a bust.
It's a bust! Let me grab you up here, Random. Okay. So, Random, what is our next test?
The water tower.
The water tower. Oh my gosh, are we going to be taking a shower?
Not exactly. Well, the tank at the bottom is gonna take a shower, and we're gonna test if gravity affects fluid.
If gravity affects fluid. Okay, so we don't have any pumps here. There's no pumps. There's
Nope.
an empty water tank, I assume, at the bottom.
Yes.
Full water tank at the top, or is that water? Is that water up there?
Yes, that's water.
Okay, and then we have a valve, and we're just going to turn the valve on, I guess.
Yep. And then we'll see if the water will flow down.
Okay, so we're going to look at this. This is the upper tank. Has some water in there, and the bottom one is empty. All right, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let me do the sign again. Mythbuster number 2! Here we go. I'm going to push the button, and we're going to see if the water flows downhill.
And yeah, as we can see, things are affected by gravity.
All right, very cool. So did you I have a question. Did you try to reverse this and see if it flows uphill?
Nah, I didn't try that out. And by the way, I might add that it's also the case if you're in a plane or something and you just wobble around many times, or maybe fly upwards, you can actually create an effect for in Spitfire that there is no fuel coming into the plane anymore.
Oh, in real life you can stall. Does it do it in the game?
Nah, it doesn't really, but you can create the effect by cleverly placing the fuel so they flow upwards when you do the crazy maneuver.
Really? That's interesting. That is interesting.
So yeah.
Okay, well let's do this real quick. Let's just switch this around. So what we did real quick is we switched tanks. I just want to see, because I'm curious, if water flows uphill in the game. So the water tank below is full and the water tank is empty on the below. So you're telling me that you don't think that water flows up. Is that what you're going to tell me?
Yeah, I don't think so, because if water flows down, water won't flow up.
But you realize this is a game, so it could flow up.
Yeah, it could, but that's my theory.
Okay.
That's why we're doing Mythbuster.
All right, let's do the sign again. Mythbuster number 2.5. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and push the button. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
You were
My myth-
correct.
Yeah, I was...
All right, cool. So this is this busted? This isn't busted. This works, right?
Yeah, this isn't busted. This is approved by Endoskull.
Approved. Well, this is you, Random. This is your show, man. I'm just a participant.
Approved by a class of mine.
There you go, a class of yours. Well, I'm glad that class is paying off. All right. We have 2 more things to test. And should we go left or right? Left or right?
We should go left. We're gonna have the best be. So yeah.
All right. So, just for the people watching, you might be hearing something in the background. That is actually Random's little brother talking and playing around
Yeah,
the
I
background.
actually already have pushed the talk on, but it doesn't help every time.
Yeah, he picks up. So, forgive us. On our next episode, we'll have the little brother in a box somewhere, and we'll test to see how long he can stand there quietly. All right, so what is this, Random? What is this?
This is a little cooling fluid tester. Here we are going to test which cooling fluid will work the best. We have jet fuel, water, and diesel. And yeah, on the left side we have the comparison close to close of the temperatures, just so we can compare them to each other pretty easily. And yeah, I guess you can start the engines.
So what we're going to do
Yeah.
is we're going to turn all of these engines on at the same time.
Yep.
Okay, where do I start?
You need to turn on the fuel pump and all the engines and throttle up.
Okay,
And you're good to go, and then you can read up the measurements.
all right, fuel pump. Then I want to set the throttles. Okay, we're going to put them all the way up. Beep. Okay, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to hit the start button, and then we're going to look over here, and
Yep.
we're going to see which one keeps it cooler. The diesel, the jet fuel, or the water. You know what? Let's do our sign again. Ready? Myth number 3. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Do you love those pictures? I don't know what they look like yet, but I bet they're amazing. All right.
Yeah,
Here we go. Ready? I'm going to push the button and look over here. Okay. Oh, you know what?
I'm ready.
Which one do you think is going to work the best?
I'm actually not too sure. Just to go for the odds, I'm gonna go with jet.
Jet fuel for the cooling. Okay. I'm going to go with water. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
And there the engines go, and we can see all the different temperatures rising. Here we can actually see that the differences aren't that big already. And that's why I wanted you to throttle up full. Just compare jet fuel and water. Maybe that will help.
Diesel. It's tough.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I feel like the water's just
Okay,
slightly
jet
cooler.
fuel is... Yeah, water is slightly cooler, and jet fuel and diesel don't seem to be fighting each other, so seems like water is the coolest, and now the engines are gonna explode every second.
Oh, well, let's see which one explodes first.
Oh, will they? Those are
Will they?
smart play.
Oh, I don't know. They're getting hot.
Yeah, pretty hot. That's... wow, crazy.
Oh! Oh!
No. Oh!
Water
the
was last.
water one was...
Oh!
So as you can see, the good old water is our friend.
Water was a friend. That is interesting. So what did we establish here? That
So as we can see, the good old water is still the best.
the water was the best. Who do you think came in second? Was it the diesel fuel?
I guess they were kind of the same. It
Yeah.
was hard to make out.
Yeah. All right. So Ren and I just did a little edit here, and this is totally not very good scientific. This is totally not scientific at all. Okay. So what we did is we hooked up lights to the diesel and the jet fuel, and we were checking to see, like, you know, we would think that these both lights would be on because they're exactly 5 temperature, but for some reason the jet fuel seems to be a little bit hotter. Don't know why.
Yeah, maybe because there are different values for both of them in the end still.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just test this and see if the jet fuel stays hotter the whole time. You know, we'll just try it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. This is not, this is not a high budget show, We didn't
Yeah.
we didn't get the funds we needed for the research, so we're just doing it ourselves. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start
Yeah.
this engine up
The
and
fuel
see what
pump.
happens. Oh, fuel
The
pumps.
fuel pump, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. There we go.
Now they're running, and now we'll see. It really seems like they're on the same level.
It does look like the jet fuel's a little bit hotter.
Yeah.
Like it's just slightly ahead. Water, of course, is a little bit
Yeah.
behind. Yeah,
Yeah, seems like that's the case.
interesting. Okay, so what should happen here is when this gets to 150, this jet fuel engine should blow up first, right?
Theoretically.
All right.
I guess you'll need to do a slow-mo.
All right. Well, let's watch it and see what happens. Why are you looking at me? Watch the engines, random. Oh, there they go. All right. Okay, random. Let's go ahead and turn on the slow motion cam and see which one blew up first. Okay, let's watch the video. Well, you know what? I can't tell. They look like they blew up
Yeah,
at
it's
exactly the same time.
Pretty hard. Probably because of the smoke, it's hard to make out, or they're just at the same time.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess that one will never be solved. So, random! We have done 3 myths. And let's just do a little review here. Why are you following me like that? It's kind of freaky. Okay, so the first one we did was the engines and the air. And we found out that, well, you cannot run exhaust from the exhaust to the air input. Doesn't work. Busted!
Yep.
And then we went over here. Busted! did, and we went here and we tried to make the exhaust go into a small room and then back into the engine, and that didn't work either.
But I really had some hopes into the second engine there. I really thought it could do it, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I wonder, like, we could do it in a later episode, but maybe it depends on the size of the room, you know? Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, maybe the fact that it's, like, if we come over here, it's at exactly one block space. I know that in the past I've had trouble with external fuel tanks would not fill up with fuel if it was only one block wide. So...
Oh.
That's something we can test in a later episode. The next one we did is we looked at the water tank. Water does, as in real life, flow downhill.
Which I quite like.
Yeah, and water does not go upward in this game, which I was kind of disappointed in, because I thought that the game did not model water going against gravity. So, who knew? I guess you did.
Yeah.
And then for our final test, over here on the third one, we did some different fuel cooling and found out that water, as far as we know, is probably the best thing you can use for cooling down an engine.
Yeah.
You know what we should do next is test if water or salt water from the ocean, is cooler. Might be something to look at in a next episode.
Or is there even the difference?
Right.
That will be interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, just stay tuned and subscribe to Endoscope.
And don't forget, at the end of this video, you're going to see Random's channel. Go over there and check it out. But you know what? Before we do that, let's go ahead and get to the last myth.
So, we're at the last one, and actually this is the most interesting one, because here we're mixing up fuels and waters. It's literally chemistry.
Chemistry in Stormworks?
Yep. We're gonna test out how engines run on this chemistry.
Okay, so what do we have here in this tank?
We have some water in there. Yeah,
just water.
Nothing else to say.
Now is this from the Alpines, like a river? Where's this water from? I'm kidding. Never mind. And then this yellow tank has what in it?
It has nothing in it.
Nothing in the yellow tank.
We will fill it up.
Okay, and this is a custom tank. This is not a pre-made tank.
Yep, this is a custom tank.
And so we want to try it two different ways, right? A custom tank and a pre-made Stormworks tank, right?
Yep, that's true.
Okay, and we want to see what happens when we mix water and some fuel. We have the fuel nozzle over here together. And then we want to see if they can start the engines.
Yeah, that will be interesting. And it will also tell us if the dominating fluid will be the one that it all mixes in.
Okay, it says it has fuel. Is that just a mistake? It doesn't really have fuel, does it?
It often does these things.
Okay, they're both showing. But these tanks are empty, so we know that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get stuck there, buddy? Here, let me pick you up and throw you over there. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is, are we going to add some water first or fuel?
We're gonna put some water in first.
All right, so all I have to do is come over here and, let's see, there's water in there. This is empty. And I'm just going to pump oil. Well, this is pump oil to fuel.
Yeah, back then I had put oil in, but then I noticed, oh wait, you need to get the oil from the refinery.
Okay, okay, let's do the magic of editing. Woo! All right, to the magic of editing, we now have.
Yeah, magic of editing.
We have water L to fuel. I spelled that wrong. That's okay. We know it's water to the fuel tank.
Yeah, we're just low on budget, that's why.
But yeah, budget. Oof. Yeah, I hope that we, the show's successful and we can do a bigger budget.
Let's go ahead and go with this. All right, so we're gonna move some some water to the fuel tank. What do you think?
And I guess that's already enough.
400? Okay, 400. Okay, 500. Okay, we got 500. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
So this one over here, does this have fuel? Wait, does this?
No, it has nothing.
Oh, this is nothing. Okay, do I need to put anything in this? Like water?
Yeah, we can put on some water too. You see the high hose on top?
Ah, the hose. You did. Oh, look at you, got all fancy with this one. Okay. So let's go ahead and winch it down. All right.
Boom.
All right. Is this the water? Yeah, that's a gauge. And what do these hold? Like 50, right? So I gotta be very careful here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, how do I turn this off?
No, it's off. It's off. It's off.
Oh, it's off.
Just don't turn it on again. The thing
Oh no!
is, the water will flow in steadily. It's like slowing down.
Okay, well this is not very scientific. We've got 43 in here. So
Yeah, good enough, I guess.
that's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Well, what's this do?
It's actually the release button.
Okay.
But
Well.
because I
Oh
must
hell! Whoa! Whoa! I just flew up.
Yeah, we really have to talk about the budget of this show, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, we need to.
Alright,
Let's,
alright.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, we're
yeah.
almost through this, though. Let's get through this. I think we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right. Okay. Let's get to the last part. We're gonna put fuel into the yellow one.
Yeah.
There we go. It's connected. Can your AI guy stand here and tell me when it's full?
Yeah. Well, it will automatically stop when it's.
Okay. All right. Where's the fuel thing? I lost it.
Unless we. That's where all our budget meant.
All right. Here we go. I'm watching it. Is it filling? Uh-oh.
It's full.
It can't be full.
That's weird.
Wait, is there something where you can't pump a different fluid in there? Did we find something?
We might have.
Oh wow, this really kills this experiment. Alright. So let me see if I can pump water. I can.
Okay, so we actually can't pump any different fluids in there.
Oh my gosh. We learned something!
Yay!
We learned that this is a very bad myth to bust.
Oh, I mean that you cannot pump water and fuel together. Okay. Well, okay,
But is
well,
it also the same with the prefab tank?
okay, well, let's find out. All right. Here we go. We're going to pop it in here. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? I forgot to ask you that last time. But what do you think is going to happen with this one? Is it still going to be stuck?
I guess it's gonna be the same thing.
Oh, you know what? I left it on. And it's.
Yeah, it's on. Usually it stays on, so it will work. But
Wow.
yeah, it's actually not working.
Well-
That's a little disappointing.
It is, because we went and we built these engines to test if it would, like, if they mix together, if it would work. And now it doesn't matter, because we know that water is not going to start these engines, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know for a fact that water does not start engines. We learned something here today. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go stand in front of the sign. This is a lovely sign, by the way. Wait, where are you?
Thanks.
Come on. Jeez Louise, I forgot. You're not really here. All right, so that's the end of our first episode of Mythbusters, the Stormworks edition with random user Mayo. So, Random,
Yeah.
what did you think? Did all of these experiments come out the way you thought, or were you surprised by some?
I was surprised by the second exhaust engine, and certainly it was interesting to see which cooling was the best. But the most interesting at all was still the fluid stuff, and it was quite a bit disappointing that nothing else happened than just it will block.
Yeah, it just blocked different fluid from going in. Okay. Well, I thought that I mean, this was a simple one, but I thought the water running downhill was very interesting because I didn't know that it actually modeled that. So that was interesting to me. Before we log off, I just want to let you know that if you enjoy this, please leave comments below. If you go to our Discord, Random is in there, and you can leave
Yep.
ideas for him to try, and he will set up some more
That would
experiments.
be lovely. We already have in total with these here 13 myths, and we'd like to have more.
All right, so 13. That's pretty good. But you know what? I'm sure there's more ideas out there, so let us know. Leave in the comments below or visit our Discord. Thank you for joining us. And remember, this is Mythbusters!
Okay, wow, look at that. That's dramatic.
Yeah, that's quite dramatic.
Yeah. Wow, the budget stinks on the show.
Yep, it definitely does. We need to talk with the dude.
Yeah. By the way, you're standing a little close to me. I feel uncomfortable. Hello, welcome back. Today we are doing something different here. We're not building a plane. We're not building a train. We're not even building a boat. What are we going to do, Random?
We're gonna do Mythbusters.
Mythbusters! This is Random Mail. He's from Germany, so I will be translating. So he said hello. Is that correct? Was that in German or English? I forgot.
False by things like human failure, let's just call it that.
Human failure. Have you been watching my streams?
Yeah, it's the most interesting one because...
What
oh
was
my
that? Someone just...
God. Yeah, see, that's my brother. He's like getting annoyed. And to see if engines will... Because of Donald Fluffen.
What? Did you curse?
What?
This is a family-friendly show. What are you doing?